when I don't have the time to connect with people that are meaningful to me, when I don't have time to connect with God, when I'm not being filled, because connection, it is about, yes, giving, but it's also about receiving. And I think there's so much to that, and it's a beautiful thing, because now as the science has evolved, what we find is that we're starting to understand some of the reasons that connection is so powerful. And one of the big mediators seems to be the role of oxytocin, actually. And so when we look at oxytocin, what that does is it tends to have a calming effect and be anti-stress on the body, and it actually helps substantially in the healing process. And so, for example, there was one study that they did where they looked at stem cells in the body. So stem cells are cells that have not differentiated into anything yet. So they're just kind of sitting there being like, okay, what do you want me to do? And so when these stem cells were exposed to oxytocin, and this was in the context of bone, so then they actually formed new bone cells. But on the other hand, when oxytocin was not available, those same stem cells turned into, guess what? Fat cells, adipocytes. And again, it just shows that even on a cellular level, we are wired to connect. And when we receive that connection and the oxytocin is released in response to the connection, this actually even motivates our very cells, us on a cellular level to build and to develop into healthy human beings rather than like bumps on the log. But I think there's also something to be said for the contributing factor of loneliness, because loneliness has been on the rise in a huge way in the United States and actually in the Western world